Craig and Carol, many of us buy a home alarm to give our families a little bit of security. But some homeowners who spent their hard-earned money on an alarm are now finding themselves targets. So we're going to expose some shady sales practices so you know the signs of this deception. Nancy Fitzgerald was working in her garden at her modest woodlawn home when
this young man was knocking on my side door. So I come up and I asked him, I said, well, what do you want? He said, I'm from your alarm company. I've come to update your system.
She was suspicious.
And I said, well, I'm not letting you in my home. And he said, well, why not? I said, it's too much happening. I don't know who you are.
She says the man started getting aggressive until her neighbor came to her rescue.
And he said, hey, she does not want to be bothered with you. It's time that you move on.
Frightened, she called her alarm company.
They had no idea who this man was.
And it's happening more and more, according to both police and the nation's largest alarm company. Salespeople knock on your door claiming they've come to upgrade your system. If you think you would just say no, wait till you hear what happened to Jeff Ritchie's mom. Someone claiming to be with ADT showed up at her home in Deer Park.
They came to her house and they got in her house, and we were very upset that they would approach my mom.
He says they got into her kitchen and then
they gave her the sales pitch, and she decided to go with the new company.
ADT's corporate attorney told me this happens thousands of times a year.
Yeah, they're knocking on our customers' doors saying they're either with ADT or saying that, other lies like ADT went out of business.
Wondering how the pitch works? Well, we uncovered this video that shows how salespeople are trained to deceive you.
So you're walking up to a house with a sign. This is what you do.
In the video, which ADT is now using in a lawsuit, an instructor teaches salesmen how to pretend they work for your alarm company.
The reason why we're out here is we're just taking down those old panels, popping up a new one for you. Nothing that you have to pay for, okay? You got to say that right off the bat.
A hard sell to get people like Nancy Fitzgerald locked into a multi-year contract with a new alarm company. So we want to show you how to protect yourself from this type of deception. If someone shows up, don't let them in your home even if they show an alarm badge. Get their name. Then call your alarm company at the number on your keypad, not a phone number they give you. If your company does not know the man, send him on his way. You were a target.
Before you let them into the house, make sure you know who you're dealing with.
Jeff Ritchie decided not to file a complaint because his mom is satisfied with the company she was switched to. But she was lucky. You may want to follow Nancy Fitzgerald's advice.
I wasn't going to let him in my home.
Good for her. Now, some alarm salespeople are with good local Cincinnati companies, and they are upfront about who they work for. In that case, feel free to listen to their pitch. But the bottom line here, you should never let an unannounced visitor into your home so you stay safe and you don't waste your money. Craig and Carol.